Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Highway to Health. I'm Jason Dahl, and it's day 11 of the Health Charter Tour. After a powerful run through British Columbia and the interior, Sean, Teresa, and the world's greatest health van have officially arrived in Edmonton, Alberta, and what a weekend it's been. On Sunday, they hosted not one but two incredible events, starting with a lively pop-up at Health Matters Store and Wellness Clinic, followed by a packed house that evening at Church in the Vine. Both events brought together passionate supporters, new volunteers, and heartfelt stories about why the Charter of Health Freedom matters to Canadians. The team spent the night in Edmonton again, but not just to rest, they had a mission. They've added a U-Haul trailer to the convoy. That's right, the truck will now carry the world's greatest health van between towns, offloading it at each step so you can come see it, take photos, and be part of the journey. It's a creative solution that keeps the van safe while still letting Canadians connect with the symbol that's come to represent this entire movement. So if you see the van coming through your city, wave, honk, and come get your picture taken with the world's greatest health van. We've got another incredible lineup of speakers on the world's greatest health show today. Voices bringing experience, insight, and leadership to this movement for health freedom. Jason Watkins, co-founder of Purica and a visionary sponsor of the Health Charter Tour, shares how Canadians' innovation in natural health can flourish when we preserve freedom of choice and trust people to decide what's best for their own well-being. James Lunny, former Member of Parliament and longtime advocate for natural health rights, takes us behind the scenes in Ottawa, explaining how Health Canada's growing regulatory reach threatens not only products, but the principles of personal autonomy. Dean Camferman, health store owner and community voice, speaks from the front lines about what over-regulation means for small retailers, families, and customers who rely on natural remedies every day, and why his message is simple: leave us our NHPs. Carol Alt, holistic practitioner and educator, brings a message of empowerment, reminding us that informed citizens make the best health choices when they have access, not restriction. 4 voices, 4 perspectives, all united by one truth: Canadians deserve the freedom to choose natural health.
Buy a Swiss Shield so at least from 8 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock in the morning, you don't have any wireless technology coming in so your body can repair itself. Then I suggest that you might want to think about long-term and invest in a sort of like a property where you can control the exposure that's coming in from your neighbors. And if you want to live in a condo,
suffers from being sensitive to electromagnetic radiation.
This is like my personal experience, and I do read a lot of, the research material that comes out that doesn't really get published in the mainstream journals. They're sort of like independently published. But, when I came in to see Magda, like about, 14 years ago when I was first suffering, I was like 2% of the population. Now they've sort of classified it as a disease with the World Health Organization. They've given it a name, magnetic radiation, syndrome. They admit that it's there now, and that's a major accomplishment, to admit that you might be sensitive to it and you'll experience these symptoms. So in my estimation, because just the way I go out and tell people how to do this, and I sit in audiences with people that come in, there's a lot of people that don't know that they're sensitive to this. The ones that do know that they're sensitive to this, I would probably say 10% right now of the population of Canada and the United States probably do know that the magnetic fields are causing their symptoms and they're trying to do something.
Dean, a lot of people don't understand how involved, like, so our Canadian manufacturers of supplements really
Yeah.
are involved with the stores, like where the reps have a personal relationship with the stores. And I'm sorry, I'll wait till you're.
Yeah, so my
Focus
son just popped in. Sorry. Go ahead.
Right. So I'll just get back to, it's like a lot
Yeah.
of people, like the public, they don't know how the manufacturers actually support the stores and how the
Yes.
stores then give feedback back. So, so the manufacturers, a lot of them have reps that routinely visit the store, so you know who they are.
Yeah.
And they actually share the most up-to-date information and what's happening with products, and they'll hold seminars for the stores and the whole thing. Can you kind of share with us that world so that people viewing can understand that, like, our local stores are also being trained by the manufacturers, but they also then give feedback back to the manufacturers. It's kind of like this, everyone's helping each other to get us the best products possible.
Exactly. We depend a lot on our suppliers to have up-to-date information. And if they don't, then, we just don't buy from them. I expect them to know more than I on their particular area of information. Some of them are great. Some don't know a lot themselves, and then we'll educate them in some cases. But yeah, that back and forth traffic, and especially getting back to the rep, and let your boss know that they really need to do this or this, and so. From that respect, there's that feedback loop that's constantly ongoing, and so we're very.
It's clear, you just want to help people, and you're viewing it as your role to find a way to enable people to just get the nutrition they need.
He had a horrible case of eczema most of his life. He was taking the stuff I was giving him, and it cleared it completely up, and it never came back. So it was seriously profound.
Can I just slow you down, because I think it's important for people to appreciate when you say your brother was suffering from eczema, we might think, we had a rash under his underarm or something once every 3 months. That's not the case.
And then the results were so profound that a lot of pharmacists, rheumatologists, orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine were really pumped on it and integrating it into those patients that wouldn't respond to drugs, because there's all these protocols, right? With the regulators, you have to give them this drug next, no natural things. You don't promote that. That's outside of the box. But in rheumatology and dermatology, like my brother, and even in orthopedic, they're allowed to experiment a little, because a lot of those drugs are really toxic and are not tolerated. So they're the specialists that were really starting to promote us, because the results they were seeing were seriously profound. They could see it in the blood work. But that's when they went across, like I said earlier, that's when they started complaining, drug companies, that we need to go through the whole drug app process. That you corrected me on this, but I remembered it back then, that it was going to cost at least $2 million to go through the app process.
I don't think we should refer to it as the flu season. We should refer to it as the low vitamin D season, because that's what it is.
Spread through there, they terrorize the entire community, and behind it all is a simple intervention that would have protected everybody. And they've been advised to take the D levels and get their T cells working for them.
And I just wanted to reiterate. So the problem with having dark skin is you have pigment that blocks the sun, so that your body cannot make the vitamin D, as well as somebody with less pigment. So you go into the winter with lower levels of vitamin D already. So you're more malnourished in vitamin D.
Yeah.
So that's what you're drawing attention to, is if you're dark skinned, you're at a higher risk of not having enough vitamin D, simply because the pigment in your skin means you have to be out in the sun so much longer.
And then as soon as I got home, I fortunately had a very high dose of arnica in my first aid kit, arnica 1M, and I just started taking one single pellet of that every 20 minutes and went for the ice immediately.
Now, some people watching, and I have to confess that was one herb that I wasn't familiar with. So can you share for those viewing what arnica is? And then also when you say a pellet, I think automatically homeopathic dose.
Yes.
So can you share both of those things, just so that everyone knows what you're speaking about?
Yes. So arnica is commonly used as a sports remedy in both salve and internally. And it is some kind of mountain daisy, but it is the homeopathic remedy that I did use, both internally and externally. And it's for bruising, it's for shock, it's for trauma, it's for any kind of sports injury. So it prevents internal bleeding. And I knew from the way that I'd been injured that this was bad. And I didn't want to have any bruising. So I knew if I took this right away, I was hoping that it would prevent it. I mean, there's no guarantees with anything, but I took a high enough dose and I did it every 20 minutes until I didn't feel that I needed to anymore. And then I applied the ice immediately as well, off and on.
Tomorrow is movie day on the World's Greatest Health Show. We'll be taking a break from the live tour to bring you two powerful films that tell the real stories behind this movement. First up, Epiphany, the True Hope story, the gripping true account of the Stefan family's battle with Health Canada over access to natural health treatments. It's the story that inspired Sean Buckley to write the Charter of Health Freedom. And it shows what happens when citizens stand their ground against government overreach. Then, Tesla's Medicine, a fascinating look at the forgotten science of energy-based healing and how innovation in natural medicine has been stifled by regulation and fear. Both films remind us why this tour matters and why we must protect the right to choose alternative approaches to health. So grab some popcorn, gather your friends, and join us for Movie Day tomorrow on the World's Greatest Health Show. You can watch live or catch the replay anytime at nhppa.org/live. As the world's greatest health van rolls through Alberta, the message keeps spreading. From every pop-up store to every full house event, this is a movement built by ordinary Canadians who simply want the freedom to choose how they care for themselves and their families. You can be a part of it too. Visit nhppa.org, join the tour, to follow the tour map, see where we're coming to your town, and get your tickets. If you haven't yet, take a moment to sign the online letter to MPs that's active right now and add your name to the growing list of Canadians standing for health freedom. And of course, when the world's greatest health van rolls into your city, come out, take your picture with it, and share it online with the hashtag Highway to Health. Every post, every share, every conversation helps keep this message moving across Canada. We'll be back tomorrow for Movie Day, featuring Epiphany, the True Hope story, and Tesla's Medicine. Until then, keep talking, keep sharing, and keep believing in your right to natural health. I'm Jason Dahl, and this has been the Highway to Health. We'll see you on the road and on the World's Greatest Health Show.